All right, today we're going to look at Unit 4, Lesson 2. So if you would open your textbook to page 149, that's where we're going to start on today. On page 149, we have identifying prisms. The directions read, write the shape of the base and use it to name the prism. So the prism shape is going to name the prism. So if you look at problem 1, 2, and 3 and 4 here, that's where we will start. We may do 5 and 6, not sure. All right, looking at number 1, what would be the base, and then what would be the name? So if you look at right here, you have the base and the base. So we are looking at a triangle. And we're dealing with prisms. So the base determines the name. So what we have is a triangular prism. Look at problem number 2 now. Make sure you copy number 1 in your notebook. Problem number 2, looking at the base and then naming it. So if you count the sides, you come up with 8. So the base is an octagon. So if the base names it, this would be called an octagonal prism. All right, let's look at 3 and 4 again. Looking at the base, counting the sides, number 3 is a hexagon. So, hexagonal prism. And let's look at number 4. Looking at the different shapes, the different faces, your base is a rectangle. So the name would be rectangular prism, excuse me. Let's skip 5 and 6 and jump down to problem 7 and 8. On number 7, it says, what do you notice about the name of the base and the name of the prism? Hopefully you notice that they are the same except for the suffix on the name of the prism. So what they mean by that, if you look at hexagon, for example, let me move this here, and then the suffix hexagonal. Look at rectangle, and it's rectangular prism. The suffix at the end is different. And number 8 says, how is a prism named? And again, it is named by the shape of its base. By the shape of its base. All right, let's move on to page 150. Just making sure that it was 150. And on page 150 it says match nets and solids. So match each net in the first column to a solid in the second column. So on the left you have your two-dimensional. On the right you have your three-dimensional. So take a look. Let's do all of these. So we're looking at number 9 through 13. Looking at the bases, looking at the faces. Number 9, would it be A, B, C, D, or E? And again, you should look at some obvious clues, like, for example, a triangle not represented in its net. So obviously the answer would not be letter D. Start by counting the sides of your base. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're looking for a base of a three-dimensional shape that also has 6 sides. So number 9 and letter C. So in your notebook, put 9C, please. And then let's look at 10. Here's your base, triangles. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 faces total, but 2 are bases. So if you look at what you have left, there's only 1 that has bases of triangles, so your answer is letter B. Problem number 11. Your base is a rectangle. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total. Number 11 would be letter E. Number 12, squares. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C, D, or E. Number 12. Hopefully you picked the answer A. Take a look at it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 13 would then be obviously your last one, but let's just take a look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're talking about an octagon. And you look over here, and that would be letter B right here. So tomorrow in class we will work homework 4.2. If you have any other questions with what we did today, I would definitely check out the links and the websites that I provided for you in class.